Alright YouTube, what is going on? It's ConflctNerd here today, bringing you a brand new series. Today we're starting off Force of Nature. Where am I? Looks like we're on a island, and it looks like we're just waking up from something. Very, very strange indeed. What is this place? Well, we're about to find that out. So we've arrived on this island here, as you can see, and we're going to go ahead and pick up this ruby chip. Quite simply, that's into our inventory, and that is the first quest complete. So before we continue on with all that sort of stuff, I just want to say what this game is about, and the reason why I'm pretty much playing it. It's something different. It's a game that I have played a bit of, or games similar like this before, but this is a new game which is on the market, and it's in I guess, it's not exactly in its beta stage, but it's in its early development stages in the game, and it is got a lot of, it's quite addicting to be honest. I've played a few hours of it already and it is extremely good, so I thought, you know what, let's just go ahead and record this. So what you want to do is you want to survive, and you want to go ahead and make yourself the best living situation possible pretty much. You've got loads of stuff to build. For example, in here, construction, the first thing we'll build is a bonfire, but you've got everything from our beds to shelves to seeds, beds, that sort of stuff. Then again you have crafting, which is like all your weaponry, I guess, all your tools, which you go ahead and collect resources and you turn that into stuff. You can also tame animals and also go ahead and defeat monsters, which is what we're going to do. Anyway, so I'm going to run around this beach here and just start to pick up some stuff. Very quickly just going to jump into my inventory and take these strawberries. There's a few disadvantages to this game which I will explain as we go through. I'm just picking up some food here just to go ahead and help me out at the start. We'll grab that stick there as well. So, let's actually get this properly started, and to start with you need to go ahead and do quests, and that's what we're mainly going to be doing for the first 2 or 3 episodes. What I do mean by quests is, it's more to do with just like your first steps. So for example, now what I need to do is go ahead and pick up Splinter, which 2 I have picked up, but now I need to go ahead and pick up some palm leaves. So I'm going to be in this here, which this is my inventory on the right hand side, as you can see. So I've got my character and I've got my inventory, and the names only pop up, I believe, if I have this open. So that's why I've got it open in a sense, just to be able to identify objects easy. However, I can actually see there's 2 palm leaves, one right under me, which I'm going to go ahead and pick up, and then this other palm leaf over here. So that should now be the quest complete. So now we need to go ahead and craft a rope. How we do that is jumping in here, we craft it, we select it. We're going to go ahead and use a splinter to help us go ahead and craft this. Then we're going to craft 1 rope. And then we have the manual crafting box here to our left. And this basically has something in queue. It has multiple recipes, again coming back to the crafting stuff, such as a pickaxe, an axe, a hammer, planks, all that wonderful stuff, which we'll definitely get use of later on. So that's me got a rope, so that's another quest complete. Now we need to create a stone knife, so how are we going to create that? Come back into crafting again, stone knife, pretty simple stuff. This is us just getting basically some basics to get some more complex challenges underway. So with all that explained, let's just go ahead and see what we've got around us. I'm just picking anything up right now, to be honest. That looks like that stone knife is done, which is good. There's also a rabbit over here too. Now one thing I'm not a big fan of is the camera angle. The rabbits just ran away. But the camera angle, it's not actually that bad. You do get used to it, and I'm sure you will as well. But I do hear that they might be changing the camera angle at some point, because all I can do right now is, I can easily go ahead and rotate, no problem, like this for example, but I can't lower the camera, which I'm not the biggest fan of at this stage anyway. So I'm just going to continue to pick some stuff up. As we can see here, there's also some ore as well, which will turn that into different kinds of armour and different kinds of weaponry at a later stage. You can also go ahead and use that to build houses and stuff like that, which I'm sure we will do as the series progresses, but that's definitely not the first thing I'm going to be doing. So I'm very quickly just going to open my map as well. So it's not a very detailed map, I guess you could say, at this stage, unless you go ahead and develop a more detailed map. But this area here, I guess, this white area, this is an open area, which I think is an ideal place to start off doing some building. So the first thing I need to do is go ahead and craft, or build, a bonfire. So if we jump in here to construction at the top. So what you need for every single construction thing is you need components. So I need 5 sticks, which I've got 7. And I also need some glowing embers or any gem chip, which I do have some ruby. That was the first thing we picked up. So I'm going to go ahead and place this down here, and this is going to take a while to create. So as you can see here, it's got a percentage, and over time by itself it will just go ahead and increase. So we'll just very quickly wait for that bonfire to create, and there we go. So that'll provide us light at the night time, which you can already tell is starting to get dark. So with that done, that is us completed level 1. So we jump in here to our character, and you'll get this all over time, don't worry. I realise there's lots of information being thrown at you, but we're going to go ahead and get the next level. So basically right now our main damage is 4. These are like our characteristics, I guess you could say, and as you level up these become greater and better. So let's go ahead and try and work towards level 2 now. So we need to create another rope is what we need to do, and we also need to go ahead and complete a few more quests. So actually I just need a rope, and how I create a rope is with palm leaves, but in my inventory here you can see I only have 1 palm leaf. So we need to go ahead and find another palm leaf. Now I've got the feeling there's not probably any more on the floor, to be honest. I can't see any, but there is loads of palm leaves around us, and actually there's one on the floor here, so I'm just going to go ahead and chop some down, but it doesn't look like there's any need there. Let's very quickly go ahead and just craft one more stick, or one more rope even, and then that should be us done. So now we should be able to successfully level up because we have met all the criteria. I need to go ahead and, that's one thing that annoys me actually, I need to go ahead and take, for some reason once you're finished crafting it doesn't put it straight into your inventory, so you have to go ahead and move it manually. But with that done now I should be able to go ahead and get the level. So that is us level 2, which is pretty cool. So again, our characteristics have changed a tiny bit, which is good. We have new quests though which we need to go ahead and do, and there's a lot of them to do. So I need to go ahead and craft a stone axe, get a stone pickaxe. Along with that we need to go ahead and get a digging stick, which it'll be quite easy to do, and then we also need to go ahead and create some glowing embers as well. So to start with, let's go in here to our crafting, and let's go ahead and create a digging stick. This will basically just allow us to dig up the different kinds of resources which are around us, such as sand, soil and clay. This will help us with building stuff, and also go ahead and help us make some basic armory and, well, not sand and soil, but claymite anyway. So that is the digging stick, so we can go ahead and start digging. I'm just going to go ahead and dig a few resources because I think it's actually quite funny how everything does work. So I'm going to very quickly go ahead and move the digging stick down onto my hotbar, and I'll go ahead and press 1. So we'll exit out of this and I'll show you how basically this game digs. I've not got a spade right now, so all you do is you poke the ground and something sometimes happens. For some reason it's not happening right now actually, but what we'll do is we'll run over maybe to the soil patch. Or there we go, there's a bit of soil there, which is good. If we run over, this is probably clay to my guess. This sort of brown stuff here, though I'm not 100% sure. But as you can see, it's coming out of the ground, and we'll go ahead and use this to build stuff later on. So we'll go ahead and we'll stop digging there. If you mind, just stop poking the ground please. And let's go ahead and see what else we have to do. So we need to make a stone axe, which I need another rope for, and I also think need to go ahead and make a stone pickaxe as well. So for that I'm going to go ahead and start to destroy some of these ferns, because I know some of these ferns will, in a sense, give me some more palm leaves. So if we go ahead and I guess we just empty our hands, that's what I want really to do, so I can go ahead and start kicking. I want to just kick these actually, I can probably kick this down. So it looks like we have to go ahead and kick it, but as you can see we're starting to get some palm leaves, which is good. You can see I've also got health and stamina, which we need to go ahead and protect as well. But I think we've already found a coconut, if I'm correct in saying, so I think that is the most I can get out of that. But I did get some out of that. But if we go in here, we have 4 coconuts, which is good. I'm going to drag that down onto my hotbar. Got some strawberries, which we can go ahead and grow all this stuff, but you can also find it in the natural environment as well. Let's go ahead and take these bananas as well, and I think we're all good. So let's go ahead and, I guess, continue to kick some of these palm leaves down, and then we can go ahead and make these into rope and complete the latest quest. So what I really want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to make like a farm pretty much. I want to have loads of animals and I want to be growing lots and lots of different kinds of crops. As I said, this game is sort of in its early stages, so this game's definitely going to go a long way. It's got a lot of content in it already, I guess you could say, but there's definitely so much more to come. So, for example, right now I think I'm just going to do maybe a 10-part series, but then I might come back to this game at another stage. Anyways, with that done, we've got 3 ropes. We should be able to go ahead and create a stone axe now, which we can. So I'll go ahead and create one of these. And this basically just allows me to chop trees down much faster, also actually deplete the resource. It will allow me to go ahead and get food off of trees as well. For example, if there's a coconut tree or an apple tree, we should be able to go ahead and get the fruit from that much more easy. And it'll just speed things up in general. You can think of the tools sort of like Minecraft, because they do make a big difference in Minecraft, and they do of course in this game as well. Anyway, with that done, let's go ahead and see, we need another stick actually for a stone pick, but we can get sticks quite easily from certain kinds of bushes. Well, it looks like there's a few over here. So go ahead and pick up that palm leaf. The bunnies are running around like crazy. Eventually we'll hopefully, I don't know if you can actually go ahead and tame bunnies. I don't really know what they give, to be honest. I know like when I was playing this game just off camera, I tamed chicken, and obviously that can give me eggs and that sort of stuff, which will be a very good food resource. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and chop down this bush now and get myself some sticks and go ahead and make myself a pickaxe. So all is good there. Let's go ahead and jump into crafting again, create a stone pick, create one of them, and that'll take a short while to make. With that, I can go ahead and basically mine resources. So this is an iron rock. But in other parts of the map, when we go ahead and start to explore a little bit more, we'll find that there is like tin, there will be bronze, which is copper. So copper and tin make bronze. There'll be a few other things as well. I think you can get gold and silver in this game, so quite a lot of different minerals you can get as well, which will be good for building houses and other items. So with that done, that should be done now, so we can go ahead and jump back out of here. Let's go ahead and see what else we've got to do. So more tools. We need to go ahead and obtain 5 stone and chop 10 logs. So to get 10 logs, I just need to go ahead and chop some trees. Ideally, I want to go ahead and chop food trees actually, so I can get some food out of this. So we'll go ahead and take down this coconut tree. From this, we'll get palm leaves, we'll get coconuts, and we should also get logs as well. We might also get some seeds. These are much rarer, but that means I can go ahead and later on, I guess, replant the palm tree, and that will mean that I can go ahead and, in a sense, just grow my own coconuts going forward, which will be a great food resource. And that is something that, as you can see, my stamina is going down. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is probably eat some food, because if my stamina runs out, then it's going to sort of like stop me from working, which won't be good. So that's just got 3 logs from that. If we jump into here, and you can see the different kinds of food. So I've got down here on my bottom left, I've got coconuts. So that heals 10 stamina in 10 seconds. Strawberry do a little bit, that increases health. And then bananas increase stamina as well, just at a different rate. So all foods and all items in this game really do have a good purpose. They're just different purposes. So for example, certain food will heal faster. Certain food will do stamina, all that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and have myself a few coconuts, because going ahead and chopping down these trees is kind of difficult, I'm not going to lie. And if I just washed up on a beach and started chopping some trees, I think I would be pretty thirsty as well. So that's me gone ahead and got plenty of wood. Let's go ahead and get myself some stone. So this is mainly going to produce iron, and as you can see, it's coming off the rocks in like big lumps, I guess you could say. But I guess that's what happens when you go ahead and mine rocks. You don't get little minerals. Sometimes you will get little minerals, but it's mainly just going to be you're splitting one bigger rock into little different rocks. And as you can see, that resource there has depleted. Again, I'm going to continue to eat just to get my stamina up, because I'm doing quite a bit of work here. Let's go ahead and see if I've got enough stone. So right now we're on 4 stone, so I just need 1 more, which shouldn't be too difficult to obtain. Now I do apologise, I have a mechanical keyboard, so that really doesn't help when it comes to a heavy keyboard orientated game like this, because I am constantly going ahead and relying on my keyboards. In other games like Transport Fever and that sort of stuff, it's mainly mouse clicking, but this game is definitely much more keyboard orientated. You need to get into like your inventory and also like your crafting book. So there we go, so that is some more of that rock done, so we can go ahead and return back over to the bonfire, and this is where my main camp is going to be set up. So let's go ahead and first of all I want to create some more rope anyway, because I know I'll need more rope going forwards. The next thing we need to do is go ahead and go back to the quest. So I need to go ahead and create some glowing embers, so if I go ahead and interact with a bonfire here, then we can go ahead and create glowing embers, which is just sticks. So I need to create 9 glowing embers, so I'll go ahead and give the fire 3 sticks, and that'll take much longer to do, much longer, but that's something that I can go ahead and just simply leave and come back to it once it's done. The other quest we need to do is go ahead and mine sand, clay and soil. So we've already got quite a bit of clay and some soil, which is good. We'll go ahead and get ourselves, and this is with the digging stick we do this with. We'll come down to the beach here. This is where we sort of arrived on the island. And there's a coconut over here which I'm very quickly going to go ahead and pick up. We'll dig up some sand with our digging stick. So let's jump back into my inventory. Let's go ahead and re-put this in my hotbar. Now there shouldn't be any problems going forwards. So I can go ahead and leave it there on my hotbar. Now getting sand won't take too long, but at this stage you only get like 1 sand per second, but when eventually you create a spade, which you need a stick for, and you also need some iron for, which we need to go ahead and, I guess that iron we've got, we need to go ahead and use that and smelt that in like a blast furnace, which we will create at some point, but again, you sort of just start off with the basics and then you work your way up to other stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get 1 or 2 more clay from here. Then what we're going to do is very quickly eat again. It looks like I'm out of coconut already actually, so I need to go ahead and find some more. I did just pick 1 piece up from the beach actually, but I need to go ahead and put that onto my hotkeys. Let's very quickly just go ahead and get some more of this soil, and I do apologise if it is a little bit dark. Hopefully we'll be able to go ahead and light all this area up very soon. So now all we're waiting on here is basically just the glowing embers, which that is going to take a while unfortunately. So after a while of waiting and just collecting some more resources, I believe that's everything done on the bonfire, so we can go ahead and take 9 of these glowing embers. Now I think that's all the quests done, so we can go ahead and hopefully get a new level. So if we jump back in here, we get the level 3, so there we go. We don't have enough resources unfortunately, so we need to go ahead and get myself some more sand. We need to get, and that's the unfortunate thing, like, sometimes when you complete all the quests you just need to go ahead and do that little extra bit to get level, which is kind of understandable. The good thing is about leveling up though is you do a lot more stuff, and that is the reason for the level system. So the level system will allow me to go ahead and hopefully soon start to create like a blast furnace, maybe a bed, maybe a shelter, that sort of thing. Anyway, that should be enough sand, so we very quickly jump back in to my character, next level, and then get level, and there we go. So that is us now at level 3. So the next thing we need to go ahead and do is see what we need, and it looks like we need a lot of coins. So if we go ahead and looking at our quest, the first battle, so we need to go ahead and make a cood gel or a stone mace, and I think we'll go ahead and, I believe there's benefits to each of them actually, so it does tell you a lot about this game as you go ahead and read through it. There's also an in-game encyclopedia which is quite useful, however it does lack some detail, but we'll read about that later on. So as we can see here, the mace is more powerful than the cood, I don't even know how you pronounce that word, the cood gel, but you cannot dodge attacks while using the mace, and coins can be obtained by killing goblins. So that's really all the information I need for that. Now goblins are kind of freaky in this game, not gonna lie, goblins are kind of strange. What we need to go ahead and do though is very quickly go ahead and craft something. We need to go ahead and, I think I'm gonna go for the stone mace, because I think that will be the better option. As you can see here, it's got like a damage level and an attack speed, so damage 20, that might be good, might be not, but I'm sure it's a good start. With that though, I want to go ahead and just get myself some more food before we go and start killing goblins, because I don't really know how aggressive they're going to be. So I'm just going to run around here, and I'm usually picking stuff up with the left control button, but unfortunately some stuff which I guess stacks up like strawberries, you need to go ahead and open up your inventory, then you have to go ahead and click on the strawberries individually, then you have to go ahead and harvest them. So there we go, I think we're all good there, so we can go ahead and... Is that finished yet? Nope, we still need to wait a bit longer, which is unfortunate. Let's go ahead and just rearrange everything. So as we can see here, we've got, you can go ahead and pick everything up all around you. You've also got harvest all around, which will be very useful for when we go ahead and grow crops. Also got this here, which is like compact items. So if I go ahead and start to move all this stuff around my inventory, which can sometimes be useful actually, if I want to go ahead and say for example split up the pine cones, then compact items into inventory, that will just go ahead and group them all much closer together. So now you're done, which is good, so we can go ahead and take ourselves a stone mace, and we're going to make that button number 4. So let's go ahead and find some goblins. So for this I think we'll need the map, and we'll probably need to head north into the more wooded area, which is going to be much more scary. First of all, again, just going to take these strawberries because we might as well. So that's just got 11, so I think we've got plenty. We also actually have some more coconut in my inventory, which I should probably go ahead and put on my hotbar. In saying that though, it is only one piece, so I don't think that's going to be too useful. Anyway, we need to go north, or we need to go, I guess, up in the map, and we need to try and find an opening in the woods so we can break through and see if we can get into a bit more rough territory. So what we're going to do is we're going to make our way through these apple trees, which I know isn't very clear, but it looks like we're just going to have to chop down some trees. That's the bottom line to get into goblin land. So I think we're just going to cut through these sunflowers, and I'm not really at all sure what these give, to be honest. Looks like they just give lots of seeds. I don't really think they give any food, but these seeds can be used, for example, to tame animals going forward, and I'm sure they will have a use at some point. They just don't right now. So let's go ahead and let's make our way over, I guess, to our right. So let's chop some more of these down, and this clears me a path. But very quickly just go ahead and check my map. I can start to see there's red dots on the map, and I know that those are goblins, which are aggressive and will attack me if I go in a certain proximity. So let's go ahead and chop that down now. I think we should be able to get through here now. So we're through here, and as you can see there's a goblin coming down to kill me, which I'll go ahead and start hitting it back, and I should be able to kill it no problem. Because it's only a level 1, it's quite easy to kill, but there are like foxes in here which we'll come across, and those are much more aggressive. Anyway, let's go ahead and pick up these mushrooms or whatever they are. I'm not really 100% sure what they are. These are russuels. So go ahead and take these. I'm sure these are a good source of food. We need to go ahead and kill a lot more goblins though, because I need to go get some coins off of them. Because I'm not really at all sure what coins can be used for yet, to be honest, but that's how we're going to get the coins, and that is what we're needing for one of our quests. So go ahead and kill these two goblins, which is quite easy. Should probably go ahead and eat again just to up my health and stamina. Always want to try up my health at 100%. So now that we've broke through here, we need to go ahead and I guess just find more goblins. Again, I'm just going to pick up some more resources here though as we walk around. So I'll take this wheat and the wheat seeds. The wheat will be used eventually to make bread, and the seeds will be used for feeding stuff like chickens. Anyways, another goblin coming over to me here, so let's go ahead and very quickly slaughter you. Easy enough, and you drop some gold coins, which is nice. There's quite a lot of goblins over here actually, but once I go ahead and kill these goblins, then I'll clear out the land. So that means when I come back here next time, there won't be as many goblins, and that will mean that it'll be easier for me to go ahead and hunt animals. There's not really much sign of animals. It looks like there's a cow actually at the top left of my screen, just tucked in the corner. I definitely need to go ahead and do some more eating though, so I'll very quickly just eat some bananas and some strawberries. So there's a cow over there. Unfortunately, I've not got nets yet, which will be very handy when I do get them. But for now, I just have to let the cow roam around, I guess. Cow will be really useful because I'll be able to get milk from a cow later on, so I'll definitely be able to use that to my advantage if I can tame it, because animals in this game are really not easy to tame. Anyway, let's go ahead and very quickly just look at my inventory as darkness falls. So we've got 12 gold coins and we've got 5 copper coins, and I must have enough because the quest has disappeared. Or not, it looks like I have to go ahead and get 10 more copper coins. So I'm very quickly just going to go ahead and kill some more goblins. Oh snap, I've got 2 of them on me and I've got a chicken behind me. So this is the thing that I really want to avoid, actually, just multiple people ganging up on me, which it's happened. So I'm going to go down to quite low health here. I don't think I'll die though, but it looks like some bronze coins there, so I should about have enough now. It's just really unfortunate that in the dark you can't see very well, but hopefully I'll be able to go ahead and change that. Eventually we'll go ahead and we'll literally line this forest with torches anyway, so that'll just make life easier at the night time. Nighttime doesn't really last too long, to be honest, but it is just a bit of a nuisance, especially when you're on low health, because I guess your screen goes a bit fuzzy as well, which I actually think is quite a nice wee detail, but it is just a little bit annoying to see. Right, there we go, so that is the quest completed, the first battle. So we need to go ahead, and as you can see, this rock here is a little bit different. I can imagine that's tin, but we'll get to that stage eventually. I really want to create a compass as well, because I want to be able to navigate the forest, because I know where I need to go back to, but how do I get back? I believe we came from this direction, though this is really not reliable at all. I believe we came through... Must have been roughly an opening through here, but it's just really difficult to pinpoint. It must have been here, I believe, this apple tree here. Yeah, there's a wee opening here, so should probably go ahead and actually chop down some more of these trees just to make the opening a little bit more clear. Plus, I do need to go ahead and get myself some more food, so chopping down some of these apple trees I think will be useful. I do also know on the map, I think you can put markers down on the map, but again I've not unlocked ink yet, which I'm sure we will as we go on. That'll be extremely useful when we get to that stage, but I'm sure that's quite a few levels away. Overall, there's like 10 levels in this game I think, so there's definitely a lot of different levels and different stuff you can go ahead and do in this game. There's so much creation and there's so much different quests you have to go ahead and complete. So with that done now, we can go ahead and focus on the final quest, which is to go ahead and create a coal smoker and get some coal. So let's go ahead and press B, and this will bring us up with our construction options. So I want to go ahead and create a coal smoker, and it looks like I need more sand for this. So let's go ahead and get my digging stick back out, and let's go ahead and make our way down to the beach again. I can't wait until there's really like a faster way to go ahead and get resources, because right now it is just incredibly slow. Alright, so that's me now got enough sand, which is good, so we'll jump back into construction, and also add the blast furnace, which is good, so I get a feeling that we're going to be creating that very soon. But let's go ahead and select coal smoker here. We can go ahead and place this down. So I'm going to place it down in proximity to the bonfire, because eventually I'll probably enclose this whole area with a fence, and we'll maybe go ahead and create a building for this. Maybe put the fire in the middle and I guess just build everything around it. But we'll see where we get to. I'll definitely fence this area though, because I think that'll be very useful going forwards. Anyway, so a coal smoker, you can make coal, which we need. So let's go ahead and create as much. I believe we need to create 20 coal. So I can start off by creating 10, but it looks like I need to go ahead and get some more resources from the bonfire. It looks like I need to create more glowing embers, so we'll go ahead and create much more, because I'm sure we'll need lots of coal and lots of glowing embers going forward, just so we can go ahead and cook stuff and smelt stuff. Anyway, with those two cooking away, we're going to go ahead and wrap this episode up here, and we'll finish this quest off in the next episode. So, hope you have enjoyed this episode of Force of Nature. Something a little bit different, but a game I definitely want to give a try, and I'll probably do it for about in between 5 and 10 episodes. Right now, Airline Tycoon is on a little bit of a break, but it will be back, don't worry, because we need to go ahead and finish that series off as well. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like rating and just give me my feedback, I guess, on this game. Do you like the look of it? Would you like to see me continue play it? And I guess, is there anything you want to see me do in this game? Not that I don't expect many people to have played it, but I guess I'm just trying to increase awareness about the game. If you're new around here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, it really does help me out, and go ahead and leave a comment down below and we'll have a nice wee conversation. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, my name is ConflctNerd Callum, and I'm out.